Hello, good day, and welcome to those of you that have tuned into the Big Boys Armoury Toys and Mantiques channel. Okay, so today I'm going to start a project of converting a Dinky Transit into a 70s black Mariah police custody van, complete with all the wire windows and all that and the mesh. And yeah, so Dinky first introduced the Mark 1 Transit as the Kenwood liveried transit in the catalogue from 1966. So that particular transit, whoops. So it's, as I say, introduced in 66. It's the Mark 1 Transit, which Ford had produced earlier. And this one I purchased with a Castrol decal splattered all over it. So what I've done is I've removed the Castrol decal, and it's in pretty good condition, this one. It's not too bad. So I'm going to get some Repro Kenwood stickers and put them back on the side, and I'll keep that one as a nice, fairly good condition. It's only got a few chips and a few scrapes down the side, so, you know, you get people on eBay selling things like this, they say mint condition, excellent condition, refurbished. Oh my god, some of them are atrocious, but I like to buy them like this. This is acceptable. Anyway, let's get on with this. This is the 1966 Transit. Okay, now I'll show you something in a moment. So then they introduced the Telefusion one. It's a new release, and it had the Telefusion rentals on the side of it, and then eventually they introduced a Hertz van rental, which I have. Right, this is the Hertz van rental one. Okay, so that was introduced a bit later. Now there is a difference. In 1966, the Ford Transit body shell for the Kenwood was the very first version of the Transit body shell. The next body shell is this one, and the only difference is because in 67 they introduced the police accident unit, and for that the police accident unit had the little light gun, radar gun, whatever you want to call it, come up on a rod, and that needed that mount there. That's the only difference between this body and this body. If I can show you inside, you'll see that mount is not there. Maybe we need a bit of light on the subject. Let's get the old Super Trooper. So there's no moulding on that one. So that's the very first version, 1966 Transit. Okay, then they introduced, as I say, this body shell. Then they used it for all of them, up until the facelift version. So this was the second body shell, which they continued to use until they introduced the Mark 1 facelift Transit. So okay, so then we have this one, and this is the Avis truck rental kit model. 407, 407, 1025. That is the kit version. And the way you can tell it's the kit version is, well, it was obviously red, and it came with the red paint, and it was painted red. And the bodywork is exactly the same except for one thing. Okay, so that rivet there, you can see I've had to monkey about with it a bit to get the glass out. But on the kit one, it's not a rivet. Well, it is, but it's not folded over. They all had diamond headlights. They continued that right through, even with the police series. Then eventually, they introduced the Mark 1 facelift Transit. That's it. They introduced this one. Now, if you look carefully, The fronts are different. The Ford badge on the left there, in the Hertz van rental one, and all the previous ones like this, you'll see the grille is different, and the Ford is still within sort of part of the grille. And if you look at the right hand one, that's the Mark 1 facelift Transit, and they introduced the round-ended grille, and the Ford badge is actually on the bodywork. Not great details, but then the major difference is the original Transit is about 120mm long, and the new Transit is longer. So you can see, and bigger, wider, and of course they introduced the rear tail lift, tailgate instead of doors, and this was also used for the police Transit. And we should see, oh no, they did away with the thing on the police Transit. They did away with the radar on there, and this one, police Transit, had a police bar with 3 blue lights on it. So okay, so that's part 1. That's the introduction to the Transit body styles, and as I say, ultimately there were 6 versions of the police accident unit, with changes to the livery, but that's for another project, another video. So I'm going to be building this so that inside it's going to have 7 custody suites. So the first thing I had to do was make up some templates for... So there we go. So I made all the panels, and then next thing then was to have to make some adjustments. That's easy enough though, because look, you just cut it and stick a piece on and recut it if you need to. Okay, so there's the panels. Aha! There's the panels, all cut out, shaped, held in place by blue tack. So that's the inside of the custody van, as it were, and it's going to have holes cut in there, because down the side of the van it's going to have the smoked glass windows. If you remember, those of you who are old enough to remember, back in the 70s, you know, you get the police Mariah, and it would, during the miners' strike, for instance, or IRA, going to court and things like that, they had the black Mariahs, and you get the photographers running up to them, holding the cameras up to the little black window with the wire mesh over it, trying to take a photo. Whoever's inside, but I think they were sort of one-way glass, you couldn't see in them, like ambulance glass. Excuse me. So anyway, so this is the interior, and then obviously scale. You've got to imagine there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 custody suites. Because don't forget, look, scale-wise, the seat's only 8mm wide, so each custody suite's only going to be 11mm wide. And then yeah, so I know it looks strange, but it'll look all right to scale. And this back wall here, I'm going to be cutting a door in there, and also I'm going to be fitting windows, smoked glass windows, in the rear barn doors. Obviously, if you remember the old Transits, look, they never had windows in the back, so I'm going to be fitting smoked glass windows in them with wireframe over them, and then in the sides I'm going to be cutting windows in the sides and fitting smoked glass and wireframe. So yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. So the next stage, also inside it's going to have a table on the left here, because the custody suites will only come up to here, and one of them will come up to there. Because of the sliding door, look, you can see where the custody suites will fit. They'll come up to the edge of there. Hang on, let's line that up. Yeah, it's about there when it fits on. So the custody suite will come up to there. So we're going to have a sliding table. We're going to have a chair with a policeman sat in the back here, and we're going to have a policeman passenger and a policeman driver. Yeah. And the next stage of this will be to spray it all up in Tamiya Fine Primer I'm using, Tamiya TS55 for the main colour, It's a very dark blue. Okay, well, I'm jumping the gun a bit here. We're not ready for the spray job yet. I've got to do the modifications. So what I did, I made a template, and you can see I used a sticker, and I stuck it to here, and smoothed it out and everything. And I marked up the lines, did all the measurements of where I want the portals, you know, what they call reinforced glass windows, whatever they call them, plate glass windows they have in the side of Black Mariah's modern, you see them on Group 4 security vans now, whatever they're called these days. Group 4 lost more prisoners than they took, didn't they, back in the day? Anyway, so yeah, so I made up a template, and just to show you, it's not this bodywork. Bring the other one in, and the one I'm actually doing. So here we go. There's the 4 holes to start the windows, and then I was able to reverse the template, and obviously stuck that on there like that, folded it over for the last one to the edge. There we go, and that made a lovely template for this side. So they're done. So now the windows are going to be 5mm by 5mm. So I'm going to get a 5mm drill and drill through, and then square them up with a grinder. That's the plan, and I'll show you when it's got to that stage. Yeah, that is the plan. Best laid plans of mice and men, as they say, but I'll show you that once I've done that. I'll complete it first. I'm not going to show you all that. Well, I'll show you when I've drilled the 5mm holes, and then I'll show you when I've squared it up, and show you each stage. Keep this video a bit shorter then. Right, next stage in a bit. Oh, and by the way, I've got a Dremel kit, but it's electric, and it's on one of them big long snaky leads, and it's a pain in the bum. So what I've got is this. I saw this at Aldi, and it's a handheld Dremel tool, Ferrex, look. I thought, whoa, that's a great bit of kit. So it's battery operated, what's it called, a rechargeable battery, and yeah, and it comes in a kit, so you get all the pieces. Little plug for Aldi, look. Doesn't come with many, just comes with a basic set of drills and grinders and adapters. But yeah, you get all this in here for 20 quid. And I thought, oh, I'll have one of them. Yep, you can get a full pot of grinding wheels, look. A decent little set. But mainly I bought it for the handheld Dremel. But I've got hundreds of attachments, as we all do. If you're into doing all this sort of thing, you'll have a selection anyway. But this is just marvellous. Really, really good for fine work, look, just to hold it and bzzz. Because I don't know about you, but them snaky leads they're great, but they can be a bit of a pain. Anyway, on to the next bit. Okay, we're on the next bit then. So here we go. We've drilled the 5mm holes with the template. Obviously, you've seen the holes earlier, and there they are. And there is one of the windows that I've ground out a little bit, and now I'm just using my files just to square them off and make it all nice and neat. So I'll show you when I've done all them. Then we're on to the smoked glass window, armoured glass, whatever they call it, that stuff. Just armoured plate, isn't it? But anyway, yes, I should crack on with this. Oh, see a hole through the other side. And obviously with the templates, look, the holes lined up lovely. There's the through the round window, the arch window or the square window. Yeah, for those of you who are old enough to remember what I'm referring to. Great, next bit then. Okay, right, so we've finished the next bit, which is the finishing of all the windows. Yeah, that's where I want them. They only have to be square holes, they haven't got to be perfect. I've done as best as I can. I'm happy with that. They line up with the oh, have I missed one? No, I just haven't. That's what I wanted to show you. If you look at the profile inside, look, you'll see, let's move my hand, you'll see that all the windows are square, except for the end one. It's still got a round profile in the end there, look. That's because what I do is I use all my needle files, and then I square off what the issue is. Let me just try and zoom in. As you see, inside it's still round, because there's only so much you can do to square the holes up. I haven't attacked these with the files yet. I've done the other side. I'm quite happy with them. Square enough. They'll do. Once they're covered up with the window frames, it's like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, just to show you my little selection. I've got all sorts of files, box full of tools, but you know, the old diamond files, use them, and this initially. So we go into here initially, and angle downwards, and just, oops, angle it downwards, and just file away at the internal round hole. So yeah, so, oops, oh, come on, focus, that's it. I know what it is, I know. So yeah, so let's sort of achieve that. It doesn't matter that they're not perfectly straight in line, because the frames that I'm going to put around, the armoured glass frames that I'll put around, we'll sort all that. I shall line them all up, and it'll look the part then. Okay, on to the next bit, because once I've done this, the next time you'll see this, I shall be starting the spraying and the sorting out of that. Just to show you something that I've done though, earlier, the wheels on the Transit, I do like what they call the spun hubs. They look the part, they really do. Spun hub wheels are great. There they are, look, when you've got the tyre on properly. I think these are the better wheels. But what they lend themselves to is being painted old school. So you can paint the wheel and pretend you've still got a hubcap on it. Now, doesn't that look nice? There's a black wheel, look, with a chrome hubcap on it. They've come out really well. I'm really pleased with them. And they do look the part. And you've got it in a Transit wheel well. It just sort of seems to say, I'm a Transit. Look at that. That looks really nice. Anyway, we'll show that finished effect later. But there we go. Okay, on to the next bit. Okay, so here we are with the next stage of the paint, like I was saying. There's the main part of the van. All the holes cut and ready to go. All squared up. It's where I want it to be. I've made a mistake. When you're doing things like this, take the rings off, because you can probably see glints now where I've caught it with the rings. So I am going to give it another blow. There's bits on the side of the door there, look. Obviously. Look, see? You see all the glittery bits. Anyway, so yes, I shall give them another quick blow over. Got a bit of light on the subject. It's pretty good, just an overhead magnifying lamp on a flexi lead on the side of my table here, and I'll just angle it where I want it. It's got a big magnifying glass in it if I need it. So yeah, so back to this. So the paint spray, the first paint job came out okay. I'm happy with that. As I say, just giving another little blow over just to cover the grey, the silver bits back up. So yeah, so that's that part. Now we'll join this bit together because I'll show you the next stage. So with the panels, you remember seeing the panels that I made and mocked up. So now we'll show you the next level. So excuse me a second, let's just move this out of the way. I'll show you how it all fits together in a minute. So you have the base plate, and obviously we have the chassis interior. This has come out really, really cool. I'm quite pleased with this. There we go, pop that on there. So there's the first half. Look, there's a seat in there as well for him to sit on with the windows. And I was going to cut doors in these, but it's getting to the stage where the scale is getting a bit ridiculous for the size. So I'm doing what Dinky do. And what did Dinky do? They use stickers. So there we go. as before, door stickers. That's not the one I'm using, that's just an initial template just to see how it looked. And there you go. That looks alright, doesn't it? Now I'll show you the other side so you can see to scale what I've done. That's going to be, once it's all sprayed up and done, obviously I need room to put this sticker glue onto there. So I can't fit this lot together yet, but just to show you, that one goes in that side, and there we go. As you come in the back door, come up through there, or side door. So yes, that looks really good. And then we'll drop the bodywork on. Oh, crash bang wallet, what a picture, what a photograph. See, if your hands are closer than the product that you're filming, it zooms in on your hands, and I've got the focus on multi. Hey ho. And then just to show you, ta-da! Look at that. With the windows lined up, look. That side. Oh, I can sort it a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Close enough for government work. Yep, I'm still going to put a roof panel on the top. And it will look good. It's going to be good. All this is going to be silvered. I'm going to paint the seats matte black, paint the dashboard matte black as well, give it that sort of leatherette vinyl effect that they had. Some brown bits. Going to paint the door cards on as well. So yes, this should have some detail in this. Okay, so the next bit is what's next? Spray this up in primer, and this is going to be aluminium silver, all of this, hence the sort of grey doors. Mesh on the doors come out quite well, quite pleased with that, with the windows, look, that looks alright. Little sliding access panel and the door lock and the hinges, so that come out quite nice. Okay, yeah, next stage will be more paint. Okay, so this is where we're now at. I've done sort of all the spraying, done it all silver, and look, I've gone the way of Dinky. Look, when I wanted to do detail, they used a sticker, so I couldn't bother to make them doors, so I've used stickers. So I've done this side, and then here's the opposite side, and that's ready to glue in there, and that'll be that bit sorted. Still the table and chairs to go in yet, with the policeman, and then there's the front paint detail. Door, yeah, pretty much in this right area. Excellent. Okay, right, now I shall do some detailing, and I'll show you that when it's done. Okay, well, here we are. There's the sort of next bit finished, where I'm happy with it at the moment. I've done a bit of detailing on the inside. It's nothing major, it's just colouring the seats, but the main thing was making the man's little plastic chair to sit on. I'm quite happy with that. That's come out really well. There's the rear custody. Yeah, he's the man in the van, the custody man. And yeah, the two passengers. I think what these are reproduction superior criterion ambulance, or superior Cadillac ambulance officers. Because I've never seen the folded passenger figure, only in the ambulances. A line one day. Okay, so this is where we're at the moment. I've almost, well, yeah, that's basically finished. Oh, I've got to add the steering wheel. Yeah, I don't see what else I need to do to that. I'm quite happy. A bit weird that they make these without the legs. I mean, that's the original. These are exact copies. The only thing is they're made of metal, pewter. So yeah, I chose the driver figure for the rear because I knew exactly what I was planning with the table. So yeah, that come out really well. Thought he'd wedge in there with his arms and his legs. So okay, on to the next bit, which is going to be spraying up the main bodywork in this very dark blue. I'm hoping it's coming out as dark a blue as I want. I want it not a raven blue, so not a really black blue, but a really dark blue. I'll bring this up closer for you so you can have a good look at that. So yeah, there he is. Policeman sat on his little chair. That's it. The legs are paperclip. Paperclip. Let's hold the back of this so that my fingers aren't focusing. There we go. Put that back in there. Let's show you the two. Policeman sat in the front. They always looked a bit strange in the Dinky vans anyway. They were looking at a police van, and it looks like a little boy driving it. They sit quite low in the seats. So, okay, next bit. Okay, we're back with the next bit, and this has turned out rather better than I thought it would. It is a lovely, lovely paint job at the moment. It's come out a nice deep blue colour. I've got no clear coat, but I am going to press on with this. This is my very first attempt at a Code 3 restoration into something else. So I suppose it's not Code 3, is it? On Code 3 is back to what they were originally, sort of, restos. Anyway, it's a retro mod. It's a modification on a Dinky Transit. So the next part I'm going to be doing is detailing. I've decided to do the bumpers and the grille in a matte black. Sort out the front, sort out the badge, and it's attracting dust already. You see on the top of there, getting bits on there already. Can't be helped. It's one of them things. But yeah, it's it'll look good when it's finished. It's coming along just like I hoped. By the way, this is a bit similar to the Dinky Rolls Royces. It's a really, really dark blue like this, but you give me normal natural light and they look black. Bizarre, isn't it? Get it under LED light, look, and it's blue. So, almost is like a raven black, raven blue. I remember Ford did that colour on the Granada years ago. Called it raven black, but it was a deep, deep, deep blue. Okay, right, so the next part we'll see is hopefully some detailing, if I'm not making any mistakes. Okay, on to the next bit. Okay, we're on the next bit now. So I'll crack on. You still see, look, I've got the blue paint all over my fingers, so it's later on in the day. I haven't bothered yet, but here we go. I'm really pleased with the front. Oh, let's see if we can get some, look at that. Oh, there we go. Let's lift the camera up a bit and get some, just zoom back out a bit. Bring it closer. Let it focus. Aha, there we go. So, we got the black bumper, indicators, haven't done the headlight chroming yet. I should do that later on today. But just thought I'd show you the Ford badge come out really well. I'm really pleased with that. It I was a bit worried. Indicators and the black bumper and the rear detail of the lights, black bumper, and the fuel cap, no chrome fuel cap there, and the doors. There's some detail on the rear door hinge with a chrome handle. It'll come out quite nice. Then we have side door with its door handle. You're better off zooming in when you're trying to focus on some of this stuff. It doesn't like. There we go. There's the chrome handle on there. So better without light directly on it. Okay, and then we have the other rear door. There's no detail on that one. It's just the rear door. Did get a little bit of a scratch in it, but you know, it's a working van. I'm not after perfection. I don't want it. It doesn't need to be mint. And there's the side star handle for the pull handle. See the light? There we go. So yes, dust everywhere, look. I tried to get myself a clean room so there's no dust. What about me? I'm dust and I. We all shed off dust in the form of dead skin flakes. You just rub your arm in a sunlight and you'll see, oh, the little tiny bits of dead skin floating away. That is dust, technically. Right, okay, so let's zoom this back out. There we go. Sorry my camera's a bit shaky, but I haven't got it on a permanent fixture. I've got it on a, basically what, you know them crane lamps? It's a crane lamp with a fitting on the end of it for cameras. So it's really good because you can sort of pick it up and you can move it around and you can sort of angle it anywhere. It's pretty good. I like it. It works for me. Does what it needs to do. That's exactly what it says on the tin. So yeah, okay, right, so on to the next bit, which is going to be a little bit more detailing, but it'll be fixing this lot together. The rest of the windows. So basically I've got the rear windows to make, these windows, the mesh wire to go over it all, and drill a hole in the top for the blue light, which is the one that I possibly showed you earlier, I don't know, but it's on the top of this here. It was red. Oh, let's move out a bit, get some focus. It was red, but I've painted it blue, lacquered it with clear nail varnish, and then there's also a ring at the base of the, what's the name? There it is, look. So I've got that as well, so I'll paint that black and then pop it in the roof on this. It'll look good. That'll just set it off nicely. Okay, on to the next bit. Just a quick little vid, show the roof light on and the armour plate glass windows in. Yeah, just for them because I'm just going to be able to cover them up with the wireframe mesh. So, oh no, they're there, you'll see them through the mesh in the right light, but yeah, just thought I'd add that in before I do the other, cover it up. Onwards. Okay, so now we have the mesh panel on, and you can see the windows through the what's the name? I haven't quite lined up, but you know, I'm not looking for perfection. Looks alright to me. I'm happy with that. Looking good. Okay, now do the other side. There we go. Just a quick one of the windows on this side. Got a little bit of mucky in one, and you can see little dark patches of black there. That's just the touching and whatnot. I keep forgetting to take my rings off and I'm chipping it and whatnot, but it'll be alright. You don't see it too much in the colouring, because if I turn the light off you'll see that you don't really see it much at all. So okay, on to the next bit. I've got a bit of muck on. Okay, so here's all the component parts all done. I think I've finished what I needed to finish. I can't see anything else I need to do except one more thing. Because of the extra weight that's been put in it, and because Dinky toys inevitably lose their suspension over the years, not completely, this one's not too bad. I'll show you. See, it's still got some suspension. When you put the bodywork on, they sag a little bit. So I'm just going to bend the tangs, and the I'll show you the first one. Oops. So basically I get my pliers just under the edge of here, wiggle it in, and then I come back as far as the edge of the tang, which is about there, just there, look, lift it and just bend it down slightly. So you've got a bend in it, and you can see the angle of that one now. So I'll just do this one. So under there, in, get to the edge of the tang, bend it down. There we go, about equal. Other one just needs a tweak more. Come on, in you get. Teeth on me pliers, look. Just bend that one a fraction more. Yeah, that'll do. Oh yes, that's a lot stiffer. So yeah, and it's just a case, as I say, getting in there, come back level with the, I always come back level with that sort of U shape in the metalwork, and then bring it down, pull it out, that's that one, and finally this piece, this side, bring it down, and we have, oh, some good suspension. Yep, that's done that. Okay, so we shall put it all together and see what it looks like. Okay, next part, the final show. Okay, so there we go, the finished model. As much as I want to do, doors drooping a bit there. You know, putting it together, it suffered a few little bits of nicks and blicks, and you see some of the super glue's dried, it's like ghosted, and I was just like, oh, okay. But, you know, work in progress, and it's a working van, so it ain't got to be minty. So I'm going to do anything about that door. Oh, yeah, straighten it up. Yeah, door caused a few little chips when you opened it. I'll show it open in a minute, but, yeah, I mean, comments down the bottom, please, if you think you could do with some more things done to it. I mean, you could have shiny metal, I suppose, if I give it another coat of paint, put some colour coat on it, you know, clear coat of some kind, some sort of varnish. But yeah, let's show you with all the doors open, as it were. Okay, so there we go. This is with the doors open. I'll put some light on it. You might be able to see into the, oh, a bit bright there, but look, there you go. There's the custody sergeant in there. As you can see, it's quite a blue, but when you turn the lights out, it's virtually black. But yeah, there's the driver, and a bit of custody access. A bit bright there, isn't it? And then we'll just see custody sergeant in his van again. Let's do a bit of a close-up on this. I'll just move the camera in a bit closer and we can have a look. There we go. There he is. Custody sergeant. You see what I made about the comment about the drivers and passengers in these? With the door short, it looks like a little boy riding in it, because if I bring it down a bit and do it sort of more level, you can see that they don't fit much above the door. I mean, the driver's a little bit higher, but yeah, they always looked as though they needed to be a bit bigger. So there we go, there's my rendition of a 1970s black Mariah, and I'm happy with that. I'll go on display with all my other bits and pieces. Excuse me. I've got none of my Dinkies on display, really. Couple of Thunderbirds, got a Fab one there, and what else have I got? Yeah, not really many at all. I'll have to get them all out one day and display them all to show my whole Dinky collection. Probably, I don't know, probably getting on for 50, 60 Dinkies, possibly. Feels like that sometimes. No worries, right. Well, there you go. Comments in the bottom, and tell me what you think. I'm happy with it. So, you know, some of you might not be thinking, you might be thinking, oh, could have done with that, could have done with this. But as it stands, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, like and comment, please. I look forward to that. Thank you now. Thanks for watching. Bye.